Mike Lawler is a bit like if a pug could talk, except I don't think he can sing as well.
Go on now, go! Walk out the door!
Frank!
The Republican representative from New York has been on quite the tear lately, and by tear I mean tearing apart his chances of becoming governor, which he mentioned he would be interested in running if the numbers looked right.
And so the question is there really a pathway to winning? I'm not interested in going on a kamikaze mission. If I do it, it's going to be because I believe there's a pathway to win.
But considering that his little town hall is going about as well as you'd expect for a Republican backing Trump in the state of New York, I don't think he's going to become governor anytime soon. He announced last month that he would be doing a town hall each month for the next 4 months. I am stoked for the ones that are coming up in June and July because they seem to just keep getting worse. And it's not exactly like they started on a good foot either. Here's what happened in Rockland last month for the first town hall in April.
That are going to make everything more expensive for us, kidnapping and deporting 2-year-olds who have cancer and sending them off. So my question to you, none of this is helping us. We're getting hurt. We in the community are being harmed by this. What are you doing to stand in opposition to this administration? And what specifically are you doing that warrants the label moderate?
So again, my record speaks for itself. I have been rated the 4th most bipartisan for a reason, which is a very simple fact, that unlike many of my colleagues, I actually do work across the aisle. I actually do sit down with my colleagues. There's not a single local elected official who can honestly say that I have not sat down with them and worked with them regardless of their party. There's not a single one of my Democratic colleagues in the Congress who could say that I don't do that. When it comes to folks, if you want me to answer the questions, let the question be asked and then listen to the answer. If you're just going to yell back and forth, the time is going to run pretty quick.
Now you can tell from the cacophony of boos and people talking back, his constituents aren't exactly happy with him. Real quick, I just want to thank you guys all for supporting us here. If you aren't subbed, consider joining our resistance here at Really American by subbing. It's free, it helps us out, and we thank you greatly for it.
Thank you!
The funniest part to me about these town halls is the length that Lawler went through in order to ensure that he has a good time at these events. Just look at all of these rules that he tried to implement to make sure that there weren't any outside agitators paid by George Soros to be there. But this ultimately is going to kill their argument that these are just unhappy Democrats who are being bussed in. According to their own rules, attendees other than accredited members of the press must have lived in New York's 17th district. They tried to say that there was no shouting, screaming, yelling, or standing, which kind of defeats the purpose of a town hall. Disrupting the town hall or violating the rules may result in your removal. That's right, trying to legally voice your opinion is now grounds for removal. Law enforcement and security reserve the right to remove any attendee from the premises for disrupting the town hall. You're going to see some of that in a second. This was another interesting one. No flash photography or audio or video recording except for accredited members of the press. They tried to say that only the press has the right to record this town hall. I'm sure an attempt to try to control the narrative and make it seem like these town halls are going off without a hitch. But if he thought that his next town hall was going to go better for him and that his constituents were just going to let his Trump glazing go, he was sorely mistaken, as the May town hall, which just happened yesterday, ended in chaos. Multiple older ladies were forcibly removed out of the venue because they committed the crime of booing and questioning their elected official.
It will bring economic investment back into the U.S. It will force. So, for instance, I'll give you a case in point.
Are you serious?
Prescription drug precursors. Do you want China to continue to be?
I'm not recording that. I'm recording this.
Let her stay! 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 You're gonna have to kick out everybody. Let her stay! Let her stay! You're gonna have to kick out everybody. Let her stay! Let her stay!
Everyone has been shot!
return to your seats. Please return to your seats.
He's not answering questions.
Please settle down. We have a lot of questions to get through. The congressman is giving him his time. Let's get through these questions.
Because you keep interrupting as I'm trying to answer the question.
Because remember,
You keep interrupting me when I'm trying to answer the questions. Dude, you're literally silencing people who are voicing their discontent with you. This is absolutely horrible. Now you can see why they didn't want people to record. That lady was trying to stop her from recording them illegally removing that woman. A woman who is a social worker, clearly nonviolent, and clearly not doing anything out of line with what everyone else is already doing in the room. Everyone was shouting. Everyone was booing. We have a right to free speech in this country. This is an open forum with an elected official. The idea that you can forcibly remove people because they dare to voice their opinion is ludicrous. Putting a no disruption sign up doesn't negate the First Amendment. Town halls are notoriously rowdy places. You cannot expect a quiet, orderly speech at a town hall event, even before Trump started dismantling the government. And it wasn't just one woman who was removed. There was an assembly line of ladies who refused to be silent in the face of their representative ignoring what he was elected to do.
come on. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. As a reminder, we have limited amount of time. We did go over the ground rules before this meeting started, and if we're not able to continue, we did go over the ground rules before this meeting started, and if we're not able to continue.
Folks, I know that we've been in unprecedented times for a while now, but this is absolutely insane. I mean, we didn't even see this during the first Trump presidency. These are normal, everyday people who are getting arrested, yanked out of town halls because they are not going down quietly. Normal, everyday Americans who are willing to get dragged out of town halls because their representatives are refusing to do what's right and stand up to tyranny. Mike Lawler pretends to be a moderate. He pretends to be a patriot, while at the same time sponsoring a bill that is getting voted on today that is widely considered a massive violation of our First Amendment rights to free speech. But seeing as he's using the police to remove voters who don't let him spew lies and propaganda, I don't think words on an old piece of paper called the Constitution is going to stop him or any of these fascist Republicans. I'm Tony Hinderman with Really American, and I'll catch you next time.